A double pleasure's waiting for you. A double pleasure from Double Mint Gum. A double great feeling, making you realize Double Mint's the one for you. Double fresh, double smooth, double delicious to chew. A double pleasure is waiting for you. Double Mint Gum. A double pleasure is waiting for you.
X-Lax presents some gentle guarantees. The warm sun, the morning air, and now the peace of mind that comes from X-Lax. Taken at bedtime, it's guaranteed to work gently by 8 a.m. or your money back. X-Lax, guaranteed to work by 8 a.m.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Better try something else. Mine really works.
You'd better try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors recommend it more than all of the leading brands. None get rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue.
You Earth people keep stars in a bowl?
Campbell's chicken and star soup.
Why do you put stars where you speak?
That's the way we eat. Mouth.
This is the way we eat. Campbell's tastes good.
Kids may be different, but Campbell's knows what they love. That's why we have 6 delicious soups for kids.
If you eat where you speak, do you drink where you listen?
Campbell's soup is good food.
If you're shopping for a new home, selling your current home, or just interested in Rochester's real estate market, be sure to tune in to the Greater Rochester Television Home Finder's Guide every Sunday morning at 10:30.
Tough trivia. Sea life. South Carolina. Are green quotation marks. You know what that means? The word green will appear in the responses. We start with
You're the one in jeopardy.
third place. Constantly huge.
What's in here, the answers for tomorrow's show?
No, the questions.
Of course.
Jeopardy, weeknights at 7:30 on TV 10.
Be smart. Just say no. Don't let drugs screw up your life. It's expensive, illegal, and dumb. So when you're asked to join in, say no. You're too young to die.
I love our modern advances. Remember those antiperspirants we used to use? That went on wet, sticky. Then came real. The advanced antiperspirant system. The top is soft. The antiperspirant is smooth, yet totally dry. Not a drop of water. You smooth it on. The perfect solution. The real solution that feels out of this world.
The future is real. The advanced antiperspirant system you smooth on. Real antiperspirant.
By Nen.
When his stomach balks, Davy Johnson reaches for serious medicine. Rolaids consumes all the acid required to bring millions 100% relief. And relief is needed on days like these.
I should have gone into golf.
Get serious relief. Get Rolaids.
You've just had your dentures professionally cleaned.
How can I keep them looking this way?
With professional strength Effordent. Effordent removes stains, kills germs, cleans away plaque, even in between. For a professional looking clean, get Effordent.
Mom, hi. Listen to this. Well, of course you hardly hear anything. It's my new Whirlpool dishwasher. Yes, it's on. Oh, it cleans great. Everything just cleans. And it's so quiet, we won't have to shout anymore. Mom, what's all that noise? Oh, it's your dishwasher.
We're making your world a little easier. Whirlpool.
Outlaws will return in a moment.
Monday, Allie sells her camera to buy Kate a lampshade, but Kate sells her lamp to buy Allie a camera lens, and that's just the beginning.
Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
Then, on Newhart, Larry's got a crush on a pastry princess.
Sounds awfully tempting.
Can Michael and Stephanie turn him into a Prince Charming?
Now name something a mortal could do.
Tuesday, a rock video star meets a tragic fate.
He's paralyzed from the waist down.
She's a dancer.
And the wizard must choreograph a plan to trap her would-be killer. Tonight, this young widow is starting over, but there's one problem.
I'm what you might call a ghost.
Sally Field, Jeff Bridges, and James Caan. Kiss Me Goodbye.
This is CBS.
what's going on at your Nissan dealers? It's the incredible 100-hour year-end clearance celebration with big savings on all hard-body trucks. Get 3.9% financing or up to $800 cash back with $630 worth of special features at no additional cost. Or get the sensational four-wheel drive Pathfinder for almost $700 less than Toyota's 4Runner. But hurry, because they're going fast. And the party only lasts until January 4th. Don't miss the savings celebration at your Rochester Nissan dealer. Siskel and Ebert, Sundays at 6:30 on TV 10.
Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. The V8 with so much performance, it makes every road a downhill run. Oldsmobile quality. Feel it.
Get the love your kitty's saving with a Crave for every craving.
Crave Cat Food introduces new seafood recipe, poultry recipe, and what every kitty already craves, original recipe Crave. Now your cat can have his Crave in variety, too.
Oh, my kitty cat craves Crave.
When Mother told me the facts of life, she didn't tell me everything. Take Playtex tampons. Fact. It's the only tampon that comes with deodorant or without. And it's great protection. Playtex tampons. When you know the facts.
Surprise! So, isn't this great? I got my own kitchen, my own bedroom.
And your very own ring around the collar.
Ring around the collar.
For a tough stain like this, you need whisk.
Yeah, but
Sprays and powders aren't good enough. Whisk does a better job. And when whisk gets out ring around the collar,
Your whole wash is clean.
no more surprise visits.
And no more ring around the collar.
Whisk gets ring around the collar and your whole wash clean.
Why are you letting your cold keep you up? Toughing it out, shivering and shaking, coughing your night sweats, competing with a nose that runs like a champion, wishing you could breathe as well with your mouth closed as with it open, wondering what it was you did to deserve to be this sick. Why? When there's NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, so you can rest medicine. From Vicks, of course.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Is it true that a Big Mac attack starts with a craving for 2 all-beef patties?
Oh, boy, does it.
Followed by a tendency to repeat yourself?
Oh, boy, does it.
And a total loss of concentration?
What's that?
A total loss of concentration.
What's that?
An inability to speak clearly.
Now we're going to at that.
An urge to share? What about the Coke?
Wednesday on CBS.
Does that mean you won't take my case? Kim has been kidnapped.
Not in my book, sweetheart, and not in yours. I gave it to you once, I'll give it to you again. I got zipped.
This is the new Mike Hammer.
I'll never let you catch me. I'm not playing.
I'm doing this for you!
Don't make me shoot you.
You can't win, Magnum.
That young woman is no longer simply the eyewitness to a murder. She is possibly the next victim.
I'm scared.
We've got work to do.
That is a bomb.
Don't do it!
Thursday, they're not doctors, lawyers, or cops. What are they doing on TV?
Feel your fingers lifting my wallet.
Margot Kidder and James Reed play Shell Game. Then on Simon & Simon.
Wanted excitement and stimulation.
While undercover in a marine park, Rick and AJ find themselves face to face with some two-legged sharks.
Don't move!
And broken promises.
Just wait and listen. Listen to what? More of your lies?
Shattered dreams, new revelations as Knots Landing welcomes Michelle Phillips.
We're going to tell you one time to leave the premises. Fat chance. Next on Outlaws.
Leon and his friends are very experienced in hurting people.
You got to fight them, Laura. Slow and easy.
To the hill!
I am not going to listen to this shoot first and ask questions later nonsense.
Say shot first. We're not going to take any more jive from you, Pilgrim.
Sunday, a bizarre murder.
It's Nate, all right, or what's left of him.
Oh, how awful.
Fritz Weaver, Hope Lang, and Doug McClure guest star.
Murder.
She wrote.
Discover a new species, Chevrolet Beretta.
Heartbeat of America.
Beretta.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Billy D. Williams talks about changing times.
Times sure are changing. The girl called me up and asked me for a date. Says she's making the dinner reservations. Says she's coming to pick me up. Well, at least I can still say to her, how about a nice, cool, smooth Colt 45?
Hi. How about a nice, cool, smooth Colt 45?
The power of Colt 45. It works every time.
One word distinguishes the American Express card from the others. Member. And membership has its privileges.
We lost our card, our cash.
Even our passport. You've come to the right place. I can help you.
That's great. That was an easy sale.
No need to wrap it.
I think I can fix it, honey.
That's why I got buyer's assurance.
I left my prescription medicine at home.
Don't worry. Global Assist can help.
There's a time to think about life insurance, and State Farm is there.
I'm State Farm agent Mike Callen. The biggest reasons young parents start thinking about life insurance are kids. Parents want someone who can explain life insurance and someone who knows how to listen too, so it'll fit their needs. And as a family's needs grow and change, they want someone who will be there to keep that life insurance up to date. That's why they come to State Farm agents.
And like a good neighbor,
And that's why they stay.
State Farm is there.
Let's see, sales projections for fiscal 19.
For the highly motivated, forever on the run, NEC introduces Multi-Speed, the world's fastest portable computer. It has the most advanced LCD screen and even does Windows. It's PC compatible too. So if you're on the proverbial fast track, there's only one thing to do. Take the Multi and run.
4:03 here, and Jim Nance, what's coming up at halftime on CBS?
All right, Brent, coming up at halftime, we'll be hearing from both Rick Pitino and John Thompson about that Providence victory over Georgetown today in the Southeast Regional Final. Plus, we'll get everyone up to date on the women's tournament, scores and highlights. Brent, that's coming up at halftime. Now back to you.
All right, Jim, we look forward to that. If you went to John Thompson when this tournament started, you said, John, somebody will knock off Illinois, someone else will get Alabama. How do you like your chances? John says, I'll see you in New Orleans. And then Providence picks him off. So Syracuse hits 52% from the field and pulls down 18 rebounds, and Cycli leading the way with 12 points. Big comment about Carolina's work against the zone, Billy. How important is it for more of these three-point shots of theirs to start falling?
Well, they're sitting there right now with Jeff Lebo.
CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship is sponsored by Unisys, the combined power of Sperry and Burroughs. Unisys, the power of two. Pontiac, America's road car company. Pontiac, we build excitement. And by Allstate, leave it to the good hands people to insure your home, your car, or your family. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hi, I'm Mr. Goodwrench. I was GM trained in Chicago.
I'm Mr. Goodwrench. Got my GM training in Terrytown, New York.
No matter where he lives.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Portland, Oregon.
Mr. Goodwrench can get something not just any mechanic can get. GM training.
Got my GM training in Oklahoma City.
I was GM trained in Atlanta. GM has training schools all over America.
Miami, Florida. Buffalo, New York.
Memphis, Tennessee. So no matter where you are,
Houston, Texas.
no one knows your GM car better. No one.
Zenith's clean, cube-shaped styling gives you so much screen from side to side and corner to corner, it makes watching television a whole new ballgame. Zenith. Quality.
We'll announce the final cuts after tomorrow's practice.
I can't sleep when I lay and I think.
You gotta start hitting from out there, Harris.
Oh, I need a drink of cool, cool rain.
The way to stay cool is clear.
So, what do you want to do today?
Here comes excitement. Pontiac. Here come the hot cars. Built with a feel for the road. Pontiac.
So, what do you want to do tonight?
With excitement. Pontiac.
Sunday on CBS, Cheryl Ladd. Saving others, destroying herself. Deadly Care, based on a true story.
This is CBS.
I came this close to making a $2,000 mistake on my tax return. I wanted to take full advantage of an IRA, but I didn't have the cash.
Then I saw this Columbia banking ad. They loaned me $2 grand up front to open my IRA at 4% simple interest.
Now, I won't see any earnings on my IRA till my loan is repaid, but I got an immediate $2,000 deduction. Instead of sending Uncle Sam money, I'm getting a refund. You probably can, too. Visit any office of Columbia Banking or call the Rainbow Line.
Extra special sofa-size oil paintings, $29. Sofa-size frames, $29. Affordable original oil paintings, Greasetown Mall.
Well, it's been a Saturday of surprises so far, and Syracuse leading by 11 over North Carolina. We're just across the river. Jim Nance along with James Brown. 29-11 on the boards in the first half for the Orangemen. How are they doing it?
The front line of Syracuse has stayed foul-free. They're productive. 14-3 on the offensive boards, and I'd like to know who's made Ronnie Cycli mad in this tournament.
First half for him, 12 points, and Syracuse leads it by 11. Now, earlier today, Providence dropped Georgetown, the #1 seed in the Southeast, 88-73. And who knows, maybe Bobby Knight could see Delray Brooks down in New Orleans. Pick it up in the first half. Steve Wright on the rejection. Carlton Screen will score at the other end, and the Friars led by 17 at halftime. Never letting Georgetown get back into this thing, really. Tempers flared in the second half. Billy Donovan and Charles Smith getting into a scuffle. Technical free throws were exchanged. In fact, Providence did most of its damage in this ball game from the inside. The save here by Brooks. This is Billy Donovan's first basket of the game, and it came in the final 10 minutes. Rick Pitino can just taste that jambalaya now down in New Orleans as the Friars are heading to Bourbon Street. And we'll come back with some post-game interviews right after this.
The house is paid up. Kids are out of college. Things are fantastic.
So what's the problem?
Things are not so fantastic. A financial genius, I'm not.
Very few of us are. We can help. At New York Life, we have the resources to make the most of your resources. We offer a range of financial opportunities, including mutual funds, annuities, and limited partnerships. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Get the most out of life with New York Life.
Once and for all, who gives you the best savings in long distance nationwide?
U.S. Sprint, may I help you?
That's right, U.S. Sprint. You can save as much as 10, 20, even 30% versus AT&T on your long distance calls.
Yes, that's right.
And you'll be signing up with the company that's building the first and only 100% digital fiber optic network clear across America. Now, how do you start getting the best overall savings? Well, you've got to call.
U.S. Sprint, may I help you?
So again, it's the Providence Friars heading to New Orleans and the Final Four after the game. Some post-game reactions. Let's go to our Dick Stockton.
I tell you, Dick, we knew we weren't going to get the three-point shot tonight. We said we were going to have to win a different type of game tonight. We're going to have to go inside, play a different defense, change a game that we've played all season because of the way Georgetown plays us. All our guys executed to perfection.
Did you know that you held them to 34%? You know, they could shoot three-pointers, only 4 in the game.
Well, we needed an effort like this to get to the Final Four. You're talking about one of the quality teams in the country. Can't say how proud I am of all these guys. They're fantastic.
But what they did well
And what hurt us early in the game is that their big people started to score. And if their big people are scoring, that creates a major problem. And they had not done that in the past. If their big people are scoring, it creates a major problem because the outside people are excellent shooters. And I think that it was not a question of us extending our defense. We had to do that, or we would have been giving up 3-point shots as opposed to 2.
Well, Billy Donovan ended up with 20 points in the ballgame, but what a floor game for him as he set up the rest of the Friars, James.
I think it was very impressive that Providence could change their philosophy and habits in one night.
And we'll come back with more on the road to the Final Four as we continue here on CBS Sports in just a moment.
They called for it on the Marienplatz in Munich. They called for it in the Canadian Rockies. And they called for it in Newport Beach, California. Lowenbrow, brewed around the world. Taste it and you'll know why. Rich Bavarian hops and supervision, brewed fresh and smooth in America. It's the best way in the world to brew beer. This world calls for Lowenbrow right now.
Scottsdale, Arizona. Built from little more than desert sun and desert air, where city leaders use computers to connect every department of city government. Computers from Unisys. Unisys helps Scottsdale's leaders meet growing demand so efficiently that over the last 6 years, property taxes have actually gone down. Unisys and government, the power of 2.
She's from Western.
Of all the airline mergers, one really stands out because it's the people of Western joining the people of Delta. And when pros start working together, you know what you have? An all-star team. That's how the best get better.
This is going to be quite a team. You're right.
The best get better. Delta Airlines.
Providence is the first team to qualify for the men's Final Four. Texas is the first team to qualify in the women's Final Four. Today, the top-ranked Lady Longhorns over Rutgers. But Rutgers was messing with Texas early. In fact, Rutgers led by as much as 10 in the first half. Regina Howard scoring there. Jody Conrad's team, the defending national champions, and looking like it in the second half. Beverly Williams makes the steals, gets the layup, and the Lady Longhorns go on and win it by 8 after the victory over Rutgers, and the rest of the regional finals will be coming up later today. Now, tomorrow on CBS, we'll have World Figure Skating Championship action for you at 12 noon Eastern. Then it's back on the road to the Final Four at 1:30. Our first game tomorrow will be the Midwest Final between LSU and Indiana. And, of course, that'll be followed by the West Final from Seattle, Iowa against UNLV. And we'll be right back in New York right after these messages.
The winds of change are blowing at today's Chevrolet. Put yourself in today's Chevrolet Corsica and feel the winds of change.
The heartbeat of America.
Corsica.
That's today's Chevrolet.
While every brewer knows that nothing protects the flavor of pure, natural beer like darkness, very few do anything about it. This is one of the few. We protect Rolling Rock in light, tight six-packs because we brew Rolling Rock with all natural ingredients. Mountain spring water, no additives, no preservatives. Rolling Rock Premium Beer, so pure and natural, before you open a bottle, you have to open the box.
Dust off your policy, dig up your bill. Leave it to the good hands, people. Do it right now or you know you never will.
Come into Allstate and compare our low homeowners rates. You might just save some money.
Check through your files, look high and low. Get down to Allstate, you might save some dough. Leave it to the good hands, people. You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Board, Providence, the first team to qualify for New Orleans, the 6th seed in the Southeast, thus becoming the 6th consecutive year that a team seeded 6th or lower makes it to the Final Four. Who will go on and play the Friars? Well, the winner of North Carolina and Syracuse. We'll get that answer after these messages from your local station.
child get real hungry, there's no secret about it. And there's no secret about the way Genesee beer is brewed. In one place for 5 generations. The great outdoors, captured in the taste of Genesee beer.
The great outdoors in a glass, Genesee beer.
Jenny Light's got more guts to it. It's got more flavor, more body to it. This Jenny Light, it's good beer. The flavor and everything, it's great. It's got everything that I like in a beer.
Favorites from yesterday and today on the station with a heart of gold, WVOR 100.
This is CBS.
Since 1964, SCORE, a group of retired executives, have offered the local community free business advice. Call the SCORE office at 263-6473.
Our engineers make sure your calls go right through. It's a unique system only AT&T can bring you, with thousands of ways to get from here to there. And there are 7 more centers like it, because we're not about to take chances that busy circuits could keep you waiting.
Well, she definitely has my hair.
For over 100 years, when you reached out, we were there. And you can keep it that way. AT&T, the right choice.
The guys at Car and Drive are pretty impressed with the Mazda 323. They know what they're talking about. They say, and I quote, "It conveys a feeling of structural integrity and heft that belies its small size," unquote. What they're saying is, it's a small road car. They also say, quote, "It's one impressive machine, not only a solid driving package, but a solid value as well," unquote. I tell everybody it's the best small car I've ever driven. Of course, nobody ever quotes me.
What a hell.
Yeah, get the brakes done?
Uh-huh.
You Midas-sized them?
I didn't think it mattered.
Didn't matter? Halfway up the Himalayas and it didn't matter?
Midas-size your brakes and get it right the first time.
They've arrived. Some of the lowest fares in the sky. United has cut fares from coast to coast. Fly for just $29 to $99 with as little as 2 days advance purchase. $29 to $99 to more cities than any other airline. New low fares from United. Don't let us leave without you.
You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, well I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
So exceptionally smooth. The night belongs to Michelob.
Mazda wanted me to tell you about their brand new 4x4, but I'd rather show you. I hammered this truck for days to see for myself just how good it really is. Bottom line, best 4x4 I've ever driven, period. Another real surprise was that Mazda's loaded up SE5 4x4 is priced close to the other guys' stripped down 4x4s. Now, if you ask me, that's worth jumping about.
Shoo-doo-doo, 4 guys rushing through the rush hour crowd, taking breakfast by the hand, by the hand. It's a fresh, hot way to start the day for a hungry 4-piece band. By the hand. McMuffins fresh and hot, or biscuits golden brown. Breakfast from McDonald's, what a way to get around, round.
You're on, guys.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. Breakfast by the hand.
From the fast-breaking attacks to the ball control finesse, CBS Sports presents the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship next Sunday.
As much as I'd like to take credit for Mazda's success, it's really cars like this 626 sedan that deserve the credit. When I recommend one, people are quick to see why it's such a perfect family car. It's got a versatile interior, great seats, too. but it also has all the credentials of a road car. I'll tell you, people sure don't mind hearing it's thousands less than the average new car today either.
Jimmy, I knew you'd forget to tell him about the trunk.
Oh, yes, it's got a nice trunk.
Nice big trunk.
Nice big trunk.
We'll announce the final cuts after tomorrow's practice.
I can't sleep in LA and I think
You gotta start hitting from out there, Harris.
Oh, I need a drink of cool, cool rain.
The way to stay cool is clear.
7-Up feels so good. Coming down, rain on me. 7-Up, yeah.
This is a Hayes modem. Plug it into ordinary phone lines, and you can send financial projections to the PC down the hall, or locate a single part anywhere across the country. Make airline reservations, send or receive electronic mail, or access millions of pages of data, from company profiles to every fact in the encyclopedia. The Hayes modem. It's like sending your PC to college for under $600.
Well, what do you know? Brand new Pontiac Grand Am. Got the injected 3-liter V6, aero skirts, composite headlamps, sports suspension, the special buckets, the big analog gauges, the whole enchilada. Yeah, you big ham. You own one hot car.
Good luck.
Thanks.
You're not just another face along the way to another place.
Sorry, can't use them. Maybe next year.
Don't need them. Great lunch.
You're the pride of United's friendly skies.
Dinner?
Oh, not just now.
Rough day, huh?
Twice that.
Hey, tomorrow's another day.
We should have been here yesterday.
No, they're all right for us.
Got so many ways to fly ya.
Well, maybe I can do something about it.
standing by ya.
Can you help out a dead battery in 18B?
Sure. It's got nothing to add up anyway. Tough trip, huh? What business you in?
You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
Are you sure you can get 350 million of them to me by the 1st?
You're not just
How was the trip?
Not bad.
You're flying the friendly skies.
The new Mitsubishi Mighty Max, patiently crafted to be serious fun for the money. Only $64.59. Mighty Max gives you more standard features than Toyota, Nissan, or Mazda. And with a 5-speed manual overdrive transmission, tilt steering, double wall cargo box, and more, it's still priced lower than all three. The Mitsubishi Mighty Max. When you're ready for some serious fun for the money, it's ready to kick up a little dust. Mitsubishi.
My next guest is an incredible guy, a rock singer, a surgeon, and one heck of a tuba player. And now he has a great tasting wine cooler. Please welcome Dewey Stevens! He's not here?
The unexpected taste of Dewey Stevens. 1/3 less calories, 2/3 more fun.
Dewey, come on now, you're ruining my show.
Мы в последних секундах 310 игр статуи Liberty.
It's almost over, and the Russians are winning. The 310th annual Statue of Liberty Challenge. Bad news for the Americans who kept the statue home for the last 74 years. Wait! The Americans have got position! Petrov and Sedenko are tagged out! What a comeback! I've never seen anything like it! We may keep the statue home after all. It's a miracle! Only 2 players left! Grant, Borisovich and Grant! It's 1-on-1!
Laser tag. Practice hard, America.
Nissan announces the best deal ever on this 87 hard-body truck. A $630 Value Plus package with top custom bumpers.
Sliding rear window.
Dual outside mirrors. And a lot more at no extra charge. Then add in our 3.9% factory-sponsored financing. Depending on the model you choose and length of contract, you could save over $1,400. That's a ton of money. And a lot of truck. So hurry down to your Nissan dealer now and drive home our best deal ever.
I did it! I did it!
Did what?
I just invented the wheel.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Try these.
What are they?
Monroe Gasmatic Shocks. They'll give you the best ride ever. Guaranteed. Monroe Shocks and Struts are the next best thing to the wheel.
Guaranteed.
In writing, pal.
Hey! Yeah, great ride!
Looks like we won't have to reinvent the wheel for another, million years.
Hey, no wonder America rides Monroe!
The dark can be frightening. It's different. It's mysterious. And a little hard to get around in. But there's nothing to fear with Michelob Dark. Oh, I know. Dark beer. It's bitter. It's for thick-necked guys named Gunter. No! Try Michelob Classic Dark, full-bodied taste that's Michelob Smooth. So, be afraid of strawberries with gray hair, but don't be afraid of the dark.
Where's Schooler?
Here, Sergeant.
I have a letter here for you.
Thank you, Sergeant.
The Army's special 2-year enlistment can get you to college 2 years wiser. And with the GI Bill and the Army College Fund, up to $17,000 richer.
We are holding a place for you in our next freshman class. I'm in. I got it.
Schooler.
Yes, Sergeant.
Just one more thing.
What's that, Sergeant?
Graduate.
Find the future in the Army.
Nothing escapes the eye of Maxim. The world's first SLR with built-in autofocus, Minolta Maxim focuses by itself. Sharp, fast. Only the human eye focuses faster. With Minolta Maxim, you even get unexpected shots that would have gotten away. The incredible Maxim system.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
Kleiner GTI, du siehst prima aus.
To all the cars that try to perform like a Volkswagen GTI, and try to handle like a Volkswagen GTI, and try to be as much fun, we have some bad news. We just made Follow the Leader a little harder to play. Introducing the 16-valve Volkswagen GTI.
How to start an impressive family art collection. First, find some talented local artists. Then inspire them with Crayola Happy Meal boxes from McDonald's. Every Crayola Happy Meal comes with your children's favorite McDonald's foods, plus an art kit with a McDonald's Land stencil and 4 Crayola crayons or a Crayola marker. There are 4 sets in all, a different one each week. With Crayola Happy Meal boxes from McDonald's, it's easy to build a family art collection. After all, you already have the family art gallery.
Excuse me, Daddy.
Someone put a bender in my left front fender. Leave it to the good hands, people. I got a dent in the door of my 4x4.
Allstate makes an accident a little easier to take. We offer a repair guarantee, and in most cases, we'll give you a settlement on the spot.
I parked in a lot in a place that I trusted, but when I returned, my window was busted. Leave it to the good hands, people. You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
I got a feeling for my hometown. I know the streets, I know my way around.
If you've ever played sports, you understand the hometown advantage. And that's the whole idea behind Century 21. We know our hometowns because each Century 21 office is independently owned and operated. Put us all together, and you've got the #1 home selling system in America.
I got a feeling for my hometown.
Century 21, the hometown advantage.
Today's Chevrolet. Corsica, the smoothest Chevrolet sedan ever built.
The heartbeat of America.
Corsica.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Discover a new species.
Touchstone Pictures presents Tin Men, hailed by Newsweek as funny, a very American comedy. A remarkable achievement, proclaims People magazine.
Can't explain it, it just happens.
The New York Times calls it hilarious, first-rate. ABC TV says Tin Men is solid gold.
You see things you never saw before.
And Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up.
This is the best scam I've ever thought of in my entire life.
Richard Dreyfuss, Danny DeVito, Barbara Hershey, Tin Men, rated R. Now playing at selected theaters.
Weekends, days off, don't wanna work no more. Gonna take my time now that it's mine, and I don't wanna be where there's no Coca-Cola. This is the life, these are the real things, and you're the heart of it. Every day, in every way, Coca-Cola's a part of your life. Oh, when Coca-Cola's a part of your life, you can't beat the feeling.
So it's been a Saturday full of surprises, and let's tell you about Sunday right now. Starting at 12 noon, we'll have the World Figure Skating Championship, the men's competition, plus ice dancing. Then the road to the Final Four continues at 1:30. The first game tomorrow, the Midwest Final between Indiana and LSU. That'll be followed by the West Final from Seattle. Iowa going against the top seed there, UNLV. For James Brown and all of us here at CBS Sports, Jim Nance saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow as we pick up 2 more teams on the road to New Orleans.
The ball is tipped, you feel the touch tonight. The rhythm's in your shot, and your step is light. The crowd goes wild, this much is known. Win another game, you be on the phone. Do that one shining moment, you reach for the sky. One shining moment, you knew.
For all the somewheres you've ever dreamed of, now there is Allegius, United Airlines, Hertz, Westin Hotels, and more. Now joined as one company, caring for travelers worldwide.
When you look for champions, you look to CBS Sports. This is CBS.
Coming up on News Watch 10, getting down Main Street, Rochester could be tough longer than expected. We'll tell you why. An appeal is in the works in the so-called Top Free 7 case. And it was do or die for Syracuse at the Meadowlands. We'll have a live report. Bill Puckle will have the rest of the day's sports as well, along with an improving forecast from Mark. Stay with us.
The Dodge Boys present the All-American Aries KLE. For a limited time, buy an Aries KLE from stock and get 3.7 financing and 600 cash back, or choose 900 cash back. Add in the popular equipment discount package savings of $671, and you can get a total possible savings of up to $1,571. The All-American Aries KLE, well equipped for as little as $85.82, and now 7-year or 70,000-mile protection. Your Dodge dealers have the competition all wrapped up. Dodge, setting new standards of performance.
You can make easy work of any job by renting the right tool from Duran's Rent-All. This rototiller can quickly turn over the soil in your garden. We make it so easy. Or you can rent a thatcher for your lawn, or a post hole digger for that new fence, or even a canopy with tables and chairs for a special event. Duran stocks over 1,000 items. You can rent anything from an engine hoist to a rollaway bed, all at Duran's Rent-All.
At Duran's Rent-All, we're making it easy.
You recognize me? I used to be a respectable citizen. I only made one mistake. I went on a blind date.
Attention, everybody.
What was that? Fired.
Fired. Kim Basinger, Bruce Willis, and John Larroquette. Blind Date.
Anybody out there got 10 grand for bail?
Rated PG-13.
Anybody see her?
Now's the time to make a smart move on a new Olds, because Oldsmobile now offers new 3.9 annual percentage rate GMAC financing on every Delta 88, Cutlass Sierra, Cutlass Supreme, Olds Calais, and Forenza. 3.9%. That's smart. Or get as much as $1,200 cash back direct from Olds, depending on the options you buy. That's smart, too. The choice is yours. No matter how you look at it, you're going to save money on a brand new Olds. Now, that's the smartest move of all.
Take a test drive and save today at your Olds Rocket Team dealer.
The Amerks Battle of Bears, Saturday, live on TV 10.
From WHEC TV, Rochester, this is News Watch 10 with Laura Saxby, meteorologist Mark Finan, and Bill Pucko on sports.
Good evening. It's going to take a year longer than first thought. The Main Street reconstruction project downtown is facing yet more delays. Heidi Kidd went out today to find out why and is here with more. Heidi?
Well, Laura, the $20.2 million project should be magnificent. That is when it's finished. So far, all the work has been on utilities and sewers, and downtown store owners aren't happy about more delays.
City officials now say the reconstruction project might not be finished until 1989. Reasons for the delay? Problems replacing 100-year-old sewers and underground vaults used by businesses for storage. It's news Main Street shop owners aren't happy about.
The delay is going to be very costly to, I think, all of us along the street. Those of us that are left, I think it's a matter of survival.
There wasn't enough planning done for this. It will certainly create a situation that many people, many more businesses will go out of business.
But there's hope of completing the project by next year. The city starts taking bids on the project this Monday, and Deputy Mayor James Malone says there's incentive to finish the job early.
We're offering a incentive bonus of $540,000 to the contractor if he can complete substantial completion by November of '88.
And if you want to know what Main Street will look like after construction, check out this display. It's the centerpiece of this year's home show at the War Memorial, complete with benches, streetlights, and of course, the Liberty Pole. For now, everyone has to deal with the sound of machinery and the inconvenience. But Malone says it will be well worth it in the end.
I think when we're done, Rochester is probably going to boast one of the most beautiful downtowns in America, and I think all of us at that point in time will realize that it has been worth the effort.
Malone says the Main Street project is by far the most difficult and the most exciting project the city has taken on in decades.
Heidi, what about access to the stores downtown? Is that going to be tough through the renovation?
Well, Malone says that through the bus system and access to parking garages that it will be business as usual, hopefully downtown.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. A city man is undergoing surgery at this hour following a shooting on the city's west side this afternoon. Police say 18-year-old David Bettis was with friends at 112 Campbell Street just before 3 when a 14-year-old allegedly shot Bettis in the abdomen with his father's 20-gauge shotgun. When police arrived, they found Bettis lying on a nearby sidewalk covered with a blanket. Police are questioning the 14-year-old. They say he faces reckless assault charges. The Monroe County District Attorney says he wants a state law on indecent exposure clarified. This after the decision in the last year's so-called Top Free 7 case. Last June, 7 women took off their shirts in Cobbs Hill Park to protest a state law that says men, but not women, can bare their chests in public. The case went to trial at the end of last year, and City Court Judge Herman Walls upheld the state law, but dismissed the charges, saying women have the right to expose their breasts as a way to express their views. Rowland says he's appealing the decision in order to clarify the law and set precedent in other cases. One member of the Top Free 7 told Newswatch 10 she's pleased with the move.
Basically, that will give us the opportunity to cross-appeal on 14th Amendment grounds, which was our primary defense during our trial, that the law is gender discriminatory and that women are entitled to equal protection of the law.
The appeal will be heard in Monroe County Court. No date has been set yet. The case of another woman who did some revealing of her own is headed for a Chicago court, and the pictures at the root of the lawsuit are in the current issue of Playboy, which just hit Rochester newsstands. Wheel of Fortune letter-turner Vanna White posed for the lingerie photos in 1982. Playboy publisher Hugh Hefner bought them for his magazine. White is suing for more than $5 million in damages, claiming she owns the rights to those photos. Visually impaired children in the Rochester area have a new literary source. Storyteller Rafe Martin today kicked off a new program entitled The Children's Corner. It's a special closed-circuit reading service that allows kids to hear about the adventures of Tom Sawyer, the legend of Hans Christian Andersen, and the fairy tale romance of Cinderella.
The purpose of Children's Corner is to make available to visually or physically handicapped children an access and ability to be able to read stories that they have never been able to read before.
Reach Out Radio is available in 11 western New York counties. Visually impaired parents may also want to participate in the program as a way to educate their children. Other Rochester area children were spending their day being creative as a way to benefit the United Way. The one-day exhibit at Long Ridge Mall included some face painting work, entertainment from clowns, and more than 13,000 original creations. While these artworks may not be Monet or Picasso, they will mean some extra change in United Way pockets. The agency begins its spring fundraising drive later this month. Still ahead on Newswatch 10, former President Carter is in the Mideast trying to free the hostages. Rick Hager will have a live report from the Meadowlands on the Syracuse game, and it's called Hacky Sack, and the winner is charity.
Hello?
Hello.
Cutlass Sierra Coupe, as different as day and night.
Now get 3.9% financing or up to $1,200 cash back, depending on the options you buy.
Rochester Marines Waterworks.
It's our grand opening. Come see Merc Cruiser-powered Sea Rays at
Bob Whitman's Boating Supermarket. Boating Supermarket.
We've got Merc Cruiser-powered Sea Rays on display in our unique indoor pond.
And thousands of discounted items in our gigantic ship store.
Bring the family and fish for trout in the Waterworks pond. And register to win a performance boat during our grand opening celebration at
Rochester Marines Waterworks.
Think of this as a canvas. Now you can add another dimension to it because we've added gold to your palette. Select stuffings from Stovetop. Julienne carrots and blanched almonds add color and contrast. Wild rice and mushrooms add fresh tastes and textures. 4 select flavors provide flair, variety, and exquisite taste that's sure to impress these palates. Select the Gold Stovetop. Stovetop Select.
Vice President George Bush dedicated a memorial to the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger today at Arlington National Cemetery. Relatives of the 7 crew members were on hand as the memorial plaque was unveiled during a half-hour ceremony. The Vice President was joined by a host of other dignitaries. Former President Jimmy Carter is in Syria tonight on what he is calling a private visit. On his mind, though, is freedom for the American hostages held in Lebanon. Carter says he hopes Syrian President Assad will use his influence to free the hostages. Carter is set to meet with Assad in Damascus tomorrow. A new report links fired National Security aide Oliver North to the Iran-Contra funds. The Washington Post quotes the Contra leader who claims North arranged to have $10,000 a month deposited into a Costa Rican account. The money allegedly helped fund the soldiers. Congressman John LaFault says President Reagan is still not in charge. During a series of town meetings locally today, the Democratic lawmaker claims the Iran-Contra scandal will continue to weave a tangled web around the White House. Steve Scully has more from Orleans County.
At Thursday's news conference, President Reagan questioned whether Washington was too preoccupied with the Iran-Contra affair. But in Orleans County this morning, it was the one issue which sparked the most debate.
But I think that selling arms to the Iranians is a foreign policy disaster. I don't care who takes responsibility for it. To me, it's almost a peripheral issue.
Congressman John LaFault held a series of town meetings in his western New York district. Hawley was one of the stops. In recent years, this small town, about 25 miles west of Rochester, has been suffering some tough economic times. Residents here are concerned about issues that hit home, especially their jobs. When it came time to defend the president's foreign policy, support was mixed.
I think it takes a special person to be able to come through and admit that they have made some mistakes and to pick up the pieces and keep going.
And it's a crime to think that a country like Iran can disrupt our governmental system the way they have.
Democrat LaFalce is often critical of Reagan. Today was no exception.
But the fundamental question, in my judgment, really is whether President Reagan has the capacity to firmly grasp the reins of power.
In recent weeks, many people have also criticized the media as being too harsh on President Reagan. But even with the Tower Commission report out and the White House news conference this week, don't expect the issue to move off the front page. The congressional investigations into this whole affair will continue at least through the summer. In Orleans County, Steve Scully, Newswatch 10.
For centuries, man has been fascinated with the forces beyond the physical world. Some believe in it, and others don't. At the Genesee Plaza Holiday Inn, hundreds of people attended today's Inner Power Psychic Fair. It's part of a 3-day conference which is open to the public. You can have your palm read, your voice analyzed, and your innermost thoughts interpreted. This is the 4th year for the event, and it's attracting some new believers.
I take some of it with a grain of salt, but it's a fun time. You know, it's amusing. You know, nothing's guaranteed here, but it's fun to listen to what people have to say about you. And they do hit some spots that you wonder, you know, how they know that.
I think it's interesting. I've never been here before, and I thought it'd be interesting to see what it was about.
But I am wondering about it. We did get a read-off on the computer, and everything on there seemed to jive. Surprised me.
The Psychic Festival is sponsored by several local parapsychologists. It will continue through tomorrow. Mark Finan's here now. How about a little look into the future for the weather?
I think I could use one of those crystal balls in the weather office. Well, spring didn't get off to a bad start today, but it's going to get better for tomorrow. I'll have the forecast in just a minute.
A parent growing older can raise a lot of concern. I know it did for me. Mom was confused. She wasn't following her diet, and she was forgetting her medication. HCR was such a simple solution. Now Mom has a special relationship with the aide from HCR, who takes care of the important things like following her diet, making sure she takes her medication, and helping with exercise and personal grooming. Thanks to HCR, Mom's got her independence, and I've got peace of mind.
Mercury Sable's got the shape everybody wants to be in. And now that shape is even more affordable with 3.9 APR financing or $400 cash back. There's 3.9 plus up to $600 cash back on Mercury Topaz, Lynx, and Mercure XR4 TI. Factory-to-dealer incentives may mean big savings on 6-cylinder Cougars, too. See your upstate New York Lincoln Mercury Mercure dealer.
$49. Right now, soft contact lenses are just $49 at the optical department at Sears.
Little musical chairs here. I'd like to keep people on their toes here. What about the weather, Mark? You said nicer tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day for tomorrow. Right now, not all that bad. We still have a lot of clouds, though. Temperatures, not too great, 43 degrees downtown. That's just about normal for this time of year. Humidity at 62%. The winds are still out of the north where they have been just about all week, right about 5 miles an hour. The barometer is holding steady in the dew points at 31. Well, the first day of spring, not too bad temperature-wise. Normally 43 degrees on this date. We get up to 47 today, and we were a bit warmer than normal last night. We only dropped off to about 30 with the help of that cloud cover, and we're going to be in about the same neighborhood later on tonight. Now, as far as the clouds go, well, they're still hanging with us. We just have the high and mid-level clouds with us, and that's why we had a few intervals of sunshine. We're going to have more tomorrow. Notice all the clear weather back in here. That is headed our way for tomorrow. In the eastern part of the state, they're getting rain. Rain at Albany, Messina, and down at New York City, as well as down around Newark, also around Portland, Maine. You go further to the east, and it's coming down in the form of snow. In the last 6 hours, they've had 3 inches of snow over at Eastport, Maine. where they still have as much as a foot of snow on the ground. Notice the temperatures are still in the 30s up there, but yesterday they had snow showers in the eastern half of the state. Well, today with the temperatures in the 40s, it changed over to rain. But back to the west where they had the sun today, oh, it's just gorgeous back there. Temperatures in the mid-50s, 56 degrees at Columbus and 50 degrees down at Pittsburgh, and those are the kind of temperatures that we're looking at for tomorrow because we are going to have more in the way of sunshine. And storm systems continue to weaken as they move to the east. Another example is in the middle part of the country. This storm is breaking up quite nicely. However, they're still getting a lot of wintry weather in the northern part of the country. They had blizzard warnings up earlier today in South Dakota, North Dakota, and now in parts of Montana too. 1 to 2 feet of snow, winds gusting over 60 miles an hour. Pretty nasty up here, but that kind of weather is not headed our way, and yet another storm is crashing into the west coast. They're expecting snow down to the 1,500-foot level in the mountains out in Nevada. So it is going to be rather nasty, but not for us. Here's how it looks across the country. Just 2 storms. We're in the middle of one, and you go ahead toward Monday morning, and high pressure again will be dominating, but that storm that's been off the east coast will finally push out, so high pressure will dominate, and then it'll be another few days before we have to worry about the storm in the middle part of the country. So it is going to be rather nice the next couple of days. Let's check our forecast. Partly cloudy tonight. Overnight lows right around 34 degrees. Our winds will be from the northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a beautiful day with daytime highs around 55. Our winds will be out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night clear, overnight lows once again dropping down into the 30s. And Monday looking like a real beautiful day. Sunshine, daytime highs near 60 degrees. So indeed, spring is getting off to a great start here in Rochester.
That sounds absolutely wonderful to me.
Sure does.
Okay, sports is next with Bill Pucko, and we will have a live report from the Meadowlands.
Ontario. The fishing is incredible.
These hot stuffed baked potatoes. Hot, so hot. Delicious and stuffed all kinds of ways. Sour cream and chives. Get one with cheese. Broccoli and cheese. Wendy's chili and cheese. Wendy's. Or bacon and cheese. Only Wendy's has these. Wendy's hot stuffed baked potatoes. Get them while they're hot. For Wendy's kind of people.
Why have people been picking Perry's since 1932?
Pick Perry's.
Because 4 generations of Perry's have been picking only the best all-natural flavorings.
Pick Perry's. Perry's ice cream.
For that good old-fashioned Perry's taste in every flavor we make.
Pick Perry's.
If you're picky about ice cream, we think you'll pick Perry's too. Perry's, for over 50 years.
Mazda asked me if I'd like to take some hot laps in one of their RX-7 race cars. They didn't have to ask twice. Whew, I'm telling you, nothing pours out power as smoothly as a rotary engine. It makes for a great race car and a great sports car. This RX-7 also has one of the most advanced suspension systems in the world. It loves to be driven hard. Check it out. But don't blame me if you start hating what you're driving now.
Want to take it out again, Mr. Garner?
Like I said, you don't have to ask me twice.
Bill, big win for Syracuse.
Yeah, you might call it the biggest. Certainly for Jim Boeheim it is. Thank you very much, Laura. The impossible has indeed occurred. Syracuse beat North Carolina this afternoon, creating for Jim Boeheim his first ever spot in the NCAA Final Four. The Orange men came out strong, and they scored the game's first 8 points. Ronnie Cycli was immense. That is he, following his own miss. He's a little lucky, too. Watch this shot. He won't be encouraged to take that one. But it goes, and it's 8-0. For North Carolina, J.R. Reed, the great freshman, and you'll hear a lot from him, is patting the jump hook. Syracuse lead cut back to 2. Joe Wolf, the other guy hitting for the Tar Heels, who makes the three-point land their own today. He hits that shot. Big play late first half. Stevie Thompson misses a free throw, but rebounds the miss and hits the hoop. At the half, it's 41-30. Syracuse. Dean Smith looking on for North Carolina. Second half, the Pat play. Sherman Douglas to Ronnie Cycli. The Orangemen built a 15-point lead, but Carolina comes right back. Joe Wolf inside. Hoop and foul. Lead shrinks to as little as 3. Syracuse holds them off at the first rush. Derek Coleman with a steal. Pass down to Howard Trish. It is 63-56 Orange. Late in the game, Kenny Smith, big play, drive and foul the lead, cut back to 3 again. But Carolina could get no closer. Foul shots by Greg Monroe and Douglas held them off finally, 74-75. Look at that guy. Syracuse goes to New Orleans. We turn now to Rick Hager, who spent the week in East Rutherford enjoying these games. He has a guest. Take it away, Mr. Hager.
Thank you very much, Bill, and an exciting Byrne Arena for Syracuse Orange fans as they come up with a victory and are on their way to New Orleans, and we're with assistant Syracuse coach Bernie Fine. Bernie, a great win. Is there a particular key? Cycli had 26, another big afternoon for him.
I think it was just a team effort. We out-rebounded them. North Carolina's a great team, and they do a great job, and it was just a team effort. Everybody did just what they had to do, because you have to play pretty much a perfect game to beat a team like North Carolina.
You've had particular interest in Ronnie Cycli, working with him each practice. He's come up with 2 very impressive games against Florida and now against North Carolina, up against a couple of freshmen who have gotten a lot of notoriety. Is that something that's maybe pushed him a little bit further?
I don't think so. I think Ronnie's improved each game. People forget that he had a stress fracture this summer with the World team and was in a cast for 3 months and didn't really join the team until a month late and was slowed at the beginning of the season. Lately, every game he's improved, and he's a great kid. He has a good attitude, and we expect great things of him.
We were talking a little bit about the excitement on this team. While they're very confident, they're not jumping up and down. They're taking a subdued attitude, it seems.
Well, I don't think it's a subdued attitude. They were pretty happy in the locker room, but we're not an over-emotional team, and maybe we've taken on the personality of Coach Boeheim to some extent, but everybody's really happy to be going to New Orleans.
Okay, fans back in Rochester interested in Greg Monroe. He's certainly given you a big boost.